I think I need to address the question.
Is it toxic to want to be able to always fix something? Like if my mindset is if there's an issue, if there's a problem, and I always want to fix it, is that toxic?
In the sense that it can provide negativity to the room, right? Is that what the toxic definition? Something around that, right? Because anytime I go into a situation and I'm like, I always want to do this thing because it's my thing.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's not caring. That's not considerate. That's
but
not.
But if I always want to fix it to help people,
right?
Then is it toxic?
Yes, it can be.
Well, anything can be.
Yeah.
Milk can be toxic if you let it sit.
If it's not because it can be negative because sometimes people aren't looking for that.
Yes. Okay.
So that's
Fair.
why. So that it can bring negative
Fair.
whenever I come in. So this was like the biggest thing in the first year of my marriage of trying to learn was that every little thing that popped up, every negative emotion that my wife felt, and she had just moved from Tennessee. So like every time she felt a little sad or anything, it's like, I got to find a way to fix this emotion she's feeling.
Yeah.
And is it always bad? Because like when something goes wrong, like I'm trying to think of a situation. I'm not the handiest guy in the world.
Yep.
This is a fact. So like, but like when things go wrong in the physical world, sometimes like our wives, like Abby wants me just to fix it.
Yep.
Just do it.
Yep.
Whether that's called AAA or not, like I'm handling that.
Right.
But there are situations when she is feeling homesick,
100%.
when she misses her brothers, or not even misses, but like she can be emotional about the way somebody has treated her.
Right.
Where if I jump in and try to fix it right away, she's like, you're not letting me be in this moment. You're not letting me feel this. And it only took, it was, from being very honest, it was really the experience of a miscarriage that brought me down, I think, to my core and to the realization of there is absolutely nothing I can do to fix this situation. And having to, like, the biggest help that I could do, like, give to my wife and to me, honestly. Yeah. And I remember this vividly. We had gone on a trip just to try to get away for a couple of days with my brother and my sister-in-law. And driving back, I just felt this wave of emotion and grief. And I'm like blabbering, crying. And I'm like apologizing, being like, I can't hold it. Like, I don't know why. Like, I'm sorry. And then talking through that, like, breathe, get through it. And then processing with my wife that I was like, I don't think I can try to stop these emotions anymore. Yeah. Like, we agreed that it's like, we are going to, when these hurt, grieving emotions come up, we had to acknowledge that they're there. It's not wrong to feel this way. We're going to breathe and experience this emotion, experience this feeling, experience this hurt. And then when we calm down, we're going to move on to the next thing in our day. It's not moving on like everything is fixed. But I think if you're unwilling to even experience that hurt and like experience, like show a lack of control of your emotions, that you keep, like you talked about, you swallow it. You keep going deeper and deeper, deeper. And then something happens that's probably way less. And then that emotion comes out in an extremely negative way and is manifested. And that emotion was never intended to be you flipping out at a guy at a gas station. But it's because you took it, bottled it, never processed it. And that thing is still, that fire is still living inside you. And then it just shot out in anger instead of processed in grief and in honest kind of like suffering, I guess. I don't know. Or I don't know what the word is there.
So what if, okay, in a healthy way, right? What if you still are fixing everything and that's how you looked at it? In a healthy way. Okay, hear me out. Of sitting there and feeling those feelings. And being a part of it. That is fixing it. Like,
it's just not in the way that it feels comfortable to me.
It doesn't just like fixing it doesn't just necessarily mean you have to make it exactly right. Good. Yeah. Or you have to make it the way that it was before. Yeah. Right?
Or on your terms. Correct. Or using one of your strengths. Like, why? It doesn't have to be my strength to fix it.
Correct. Whereas fixing it can be, okay, let's evaluate the situation. Let's evaluate the people involved. And what is actually going to help people grow or heal or feel love or like whatever is needed in that situation, where sometimes it could be you need to go change the batteries in a fire alarm, right? That's like, that's fixing something, right?
Yeah.
But
I can do that one.
Can you?
Oh yeah, with a ladder or a
Okay.
step stool.
Okay.
Step stool.
All right, fair enough. But I think that like what that situation that you're talking about, of terrible situation, going through a miscarriage, dealing with these things, like fixing it in that moment was just being with each other,
Right.
and feeling that and showing each other love in the only way that you can, of loving on each other. Like that is fixing it. That's just not what the world would define fixing as, or even what we would naturally define fixing as, because it doesn't solve the issue, but it's dealing with it in the same way.
Yeah. So as you were saying that, I was thinking in my mind of the song "Wait on the Lord" by Maverick City, when Channy Chan said, he's like kind of exhorting, and he's like, "It's not by power nor by might, but by the Spirit of the Lord, I say." And then later in that verse, he's talking about, "O mighty mountain, be moved." And I think that if my value is tied to my ability to fix things, and my ability to fix things is inevitably connected to by my physical power or my physical might, then I will ultimately be led to frustration,
Right.
because my power and might will only take me so far.
Right.
But man, maybe the unlock to healthy masculinity and the ability to channel like your ability to fix things is to actually say like, I will bring a spirit of resolution and solutions, but I'm not relying on my power and my might or my mind or my idea, because that's like, it's not my ego, but it is through the Spirit of the Lord. And that, like, what a powerful way to lead your family through situations, your friend group through situations, to whenever challenge or opposition hits you, instead of thinking our immediate reaction is like, what do I physically need to do?
Yeah.
But if I said like, I'm going to wait on the Lord and wait and like get wisdom and move through the Spirit, and like He will provide the wisdom, He will provide the solution, He will provide the direction, the next course of action that we need to take.
Isn't the bridge of that song, they go through like, this is what happens when we wait?
That's what happens when you wait. Yeah. And so waiting is like so opposite of what we think, I think culturally, as masculine is take action. And action means immediate. It means moving now.
Yes.
It says oh man. But no, like what if we just like, if we were slow, the scripture proverb says, be slow to speak, quick to listen, slow to anger.
Yes.
That is also what masculinity is supposed to be defined like.
Right.